What is going on, Toy Fan? Project Piper Customs here, and we are back with another review. And next up on the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame Armoured Thanos Build-A-Figure Wave, we have Nighthawk. This dude always reminds me of the hero from the opening scene of Kick-Ass. Yeah, this guy ain't getting his own movie anytime soon. Anyway, let's go. Welcome back, Toy Fam. So, let's have a look at Mr. Hawk. Okay, let's bring him up close. This dude's cape is absolutely ridiculous. Oh dear, this will be fun trying to pose him. But as you can see, he comes with the right arm to Armoured Thanos and his canoeing paddle. So let's spin him around, have a look at some of that artwork. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay, what about the back? What's he saying at the back? Get a light reflection out of the way. And yeah, nice little read up at the back there. We'll see, you know the deal, collect all of these, just stop until you get to him. More of the artwork on the same. Right, so let's let this dude out of the cage and hope he don't fly away. Okay, let's bring Mr. Carl Richmond forward and have a look and see what he's working with. Okay, now as I suspected, this cape is absolutely ridiculous. Interesting shape. Yeah, obviously as it curls up here, and obviously he's meant to act like how he flies. You know, it's what gives him flight, is this this cape in particular, but it does just peg into the back, as you can see there, but without it being pegged in, and it just flaps around all loose and shit. Alright, so just something to be aware of. Let's get him pegged back in, and yeah, there you go. Get that pegged back in, and then from here, it can stay put somewhat. Alright, now for the deco, the rest of the deco, I saw you move. Yeah, it's the paint job's pretty shoddy, you know. Let me get some more light going here, and you'll be able to see what I mean. It's quite easy to tell that the yellow here, or the dark yellow, the mustard colour, is literally just painted on top of the blue. I have a massive scuff mark right in the middle, nice little chip there. And as you can see here, yeah, you can see the blue sort of starting to poke through. But yeah. It's not bad paint job, just sloppy in places. The head sculpt, I like the eyes. The eyes are nice, like silver, and the face sculpt itself isn't too bad. Poor line work going on with the wings that obviously go across his eyes. Nothing to be expected there. This is Hasbro after all. Same again with the wrist gauntlets. You know, it's just one moulded colour with the yellow and mustard painted on top. And obviously, yeah, some bizarre looking Wolverine style claws that aren't painted at all. They're the same mustard colour. And yeah, let me just take the cape off for 1 second. Let me just see if this continues on upwards. It fades slightly as you go up. And on the back there is nothing underneath. In fact, let's just get rid of the cape and have a look at that himself. So the cape can just be removed. Pop the head back on. Stand him out of the way and just have a go over the cape for 2 seconds. Okay, it's very, very, very back heavy with the cape on, and because obviously it doesn't touch the ground, you can't rely on the cape to keep him standing up. So you have to really sort of lean the feet forward like that, and then with the cape, it does sort of balance out. But you've got to get some balance going if you want to just display him on the shelf, or have him in a neutral vanilla pose in your toy photography. Now the cape is moulded well. It's a good shape to the sculpt, obviously with all the ridges and how it flares up, but that's pretty much it. Just moulded solid red, nothing else going on with it. And for any of the soft goods customizers out there that fabricate clothing for your 1/12 scale figures, if you want a challenge, I challenge you to create a cloth version of this. The whole thing, all right? Not just the back and keeping the collar piece. I challenge you. You know, the C. Jesens and the Scotticus Customs out there and all the other soft goods customizers, I challenge you to create a soft goods version of this cape. Okay, and I believe you can do it. You are seriously talented, more talented than I am, and a lot more patience too. So fair play to you. And yeah, but I seriously challenge you to create a soft goods version of the whole thing. Okay, if you do, I will buy one. I promise you, I will buy one. But yeah, nice one, Hasbro. Cheers. Okay, so not really much else to go over the deco. Just, I think it's obviously a Bucky Cap mold. And yeah, is that? Oh no, I thought that was a big scuff through my face paint, but it weren't. It was just an eyelash. Make a wish. I wish this was a better figure. But overall, yeah, not too bad. Just lacking in some detail. Yeah, with nothing much else to go over deco wise, let's crack on and move on to some accessories. Moving on to accessories, well, there is none. What you see here is literally what you get. Nothing else with him, no alternate head or hands, which is real disappointing. The only things he does come with are for the Armoured Thanos Build-A-Figure, i.e. his right arm and the canoe paddle. So obviously they tried to fill out the emptiness of his box, which would have been filled with accessories had he been given more budget, but clearly he was the bottom end of the line, and they just filled him out by giving him the more accessories for the Build-A-Figure. So well done, Hasbro. So yeah, this section is really quick, but quick look at these. So obviously we've got his canoe paddle and the right arm, and we'll get to building him later. So with those out of the way, let's move on to some articulation. Okay, moving on to articulation, as you can see here with this sort of fighting pose, there's not much in the way of posing that you can get him to do with this giant cape on. You can get some basic stuff more often with the legs, you know, and working on the balance. That'll be the challenge for some pictures. But yeah, to really show off the articulation, I have to do it with the cape off. So let's get to that. Okay, so let's have a look at this peg here. This obviously with the Bucky Cap mold, I believe you pretty much know what you're getting. So let's get to it. Obviously head back and forth and side to side. Shoulders can come up that much. Full 360. Bicep swivel. Double joint at the elbow. Right there. And of course hinge and swivel with the hands. Exact same with this side. You can crunch that low, crunch all the way back, but it's a huge gap, so just be aware of that. And obviously waist swivel. He has, move you out the way completely. Pretty good Van Damme. So you get the legs in a bit better position. That's as far as you can go with the feet touching the ground. Okay, bring it in. We have thigh swivel, double joint at the knee. The leg can come up quite high, very high. So yeah, very high on the up, and obviously a little bit on the back. Obviously, yeah, double joint, thigh swivel. He has a boot cut, which is good, boot swivel, and then with the feet up, down, and a rocker, which is quite loose on mine, so just be careful of that. Okay, so with the cape, you are limited, but without, he's pretty much got all the range that you'd expect from a Bucky Cap mold. And here he is next to his MCU Wave mates. We have the Avengers Infinity War Ebony Maw and the Avengers Endgame Hawkeye / Ronin. And here he is next to his comic book Wave mates, the Living Laser and Citizen V. And here he is next to some imports, and we have the SH Figure Arts Avengers Infinity War Captain America and the Mafex John Wick. Okay, final thoughts on this guy, and I don't have many, to be honest. He clearly got the short end of the straw. I would not recommend him unless it's absolutely necessary for you to get the Armoured Thanos Build-A-Figure. But if you are a die-hard fan, then of course pick him up. But with the lack of accessories, the undetailed paint job, and the awkward cape, I guarantee you he'll be the #1 cause of your figures taking a shelf dive or toppling your collection like dominoes, for sure. But yeah, definitely not the best figure in the collection, and just proof that the comic book figures definitely need more attention to detail and some love and budget. So only get him if you're a fan, but other than that, I think you can safely leave him on the shelf. And that's a wrap from me, guys. Thanks so much again for watching. If you could smash that like, subscribe and notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest content I've got, that would be awesome. I'm on social media at Project Piper Customs on Instagram and on Facebook. Head on over there and check out some more of my toy photography and custom work. And if you're on Facebook, please do check out Toy Comics Inc. If you're an aspiring toy photographer, there's no better place to get inspired and get involved with weekly competitions. And also, if you're in the UK and want to get connected in the UK collecting and toy photography scene, then head on over to the Plastic Action UK website and the social medias and the YouTube for weekly podcasts and loads of great tips and tricks over there to up your game in toy photography. All the links will be in the description, and that will be it for me, guys. Take care of yourselves, and until next time.